This isn't just a story about basketball. It's about how a single night of public humiliation literally forged a legend. We're talking, of course, about Michael Jordan and the infamous All-Star freeze-out. To really get Michael Jordan's greatness, you gotta go back to the beginning, to the spark that lit the fire. So what was that night? All right, let's set the scene. We're gonna rewind the clock back to a time before the six rings, before the Be Like Mike commercials. A time when Michael Jordan was just a rookie, a kid, stepping onto the league's biggest stage for the very first time. The year, 1985. And you have to understand, the NBA back then, it was a kingdom. It was ruled by these absolute titans, the established superstars who expected and got respect. And then into this world of giants walks this rookie. He's just 21 years old. I mean, think about that. He's barely old enough to be a senior in college, and he's already been voted in as an all-star starter. That just didn't happen. And here's why. The kid was averaging a mind-blowing 28 points a game. He wasn't just good, He was electric, a force of nature. He was flying through the air in a way nobody had ever seen before. He was changing the game right in front of their eyes. So try to picture it. It's the All-Star game. This young kid struts in, gold chains bouncing on his neck, with that unmistakable fire in his eyes. He wasn't there just to be happy to be there, right? No. He was there to take over. And believe me, the veterans in that locker room, they noticed. But this wasn't going to be his coronation. Not even close. Instead, this rookie walked straight into a conspiracy. This was the All-Star freeze-out. So what exactly is a freeze-out? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. The rumor, the legend, is that a group of veteran all-stars, supposedly led by Isaiah Thomas, decided they were going to teach this flashy rookie a lesson. How? By straight up not passing him the ball, the whole game. A plan to ice him out right there on national TV. So you've got this huge gap, right, between what everyone expected and what actually happened. The whole world was tuned in to watch the new kid shine. And instead, what did they see? They saw him getting completely, and I mean completely, shut out by his own teammates. And the impact was just undeniable. Just look at the numbers. You have a guy averaging 28 points a night, and he's held to just 7. 7 points. Every single pass seemed to avoid him. Every single play was designed to ignore him. The plan, well, it was working perfectly. But why? Why would they do that? The motive was simple, and it was powerful. It was a message from the old guard to the new kid on the block. And that message was, this is our league. It was supposed to be a lesson in humility, a little reminder of the pecking order. So Jordan walks off that court completely humiliated. But this right here is where the whole story pivots. For most people, that would be the end. But for him, humiliation wasn't an endpoint. Oh no. It was the beginning. It became his fuel. And his response? It was everything. He didn't go crying to the media. He didn't point fingers or blame anyone. He just took it. He endured the embarrassment, stayed completely silent, and then he channeled every single ounce of that anger into one single focus, becoming not just better, but way, way deadlier. See, his comeback wasn't going to be in an interview. It was going to be on the court. He took all that humiliation right back to the gym. He worked harder. He jumped higher. He became colder, more ruthless. He made a decision right then and there. He would never, ever let anyone else dictate his impact on a game again. Because that one night, that one moment of pure humiliation, it didn't break him. It forged him. It's the night that created the legend we all know today. I mean, just look at the timeline. The freeze-out happens in '85. And what comes next? Just an absolute reign of dominance. We're talking a relentless string of game winners, multiple MVPs, a whole dynasty of championships. You can draw a straight line from that night to every single one of those achievements. They were all built on the promise he made to himself. And in the end, his entire career was one clear message back to everyone who tried to put him in his place. A message that said, you can freeze me out of a game, maybe for a few hours, but you can't freeze me out of greatness. Not a chance. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? We all face those moments. Moments of rejection, of humiliation, our own personal freeze-outs. The real lesson here isn't about basketball at all. It's about how you respond when it happens. So I'll leave you with this question. What freeze out in your life could become your fuel?
If you like this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.